My name is Dr. Chukwudi Agbor. I'm one of the family physicians here at Prevea Health. Family medicine is able to actually treat the individual. So it's like I'm treating the patient, what do you want to do? Okay, you want to get to your daughter's wedding next month. How do we get you there? So as a family physician, I'm able to collaborate all aspects of their health and try to see how to get them to the goal. My patients generally would expect to have a collaborative approach to care. So this is technically, we get to decide what is in your best interest, and then I bring out the scientifically backed, evidence in a way to help, achieve you getting that goal that you want. I just, tell them, make sure they know that, I'm here for them, I'm here to achieve the goals. We talk about what is important for you as a patient, and once we know what is important, everything we're doing, every clinical guidelines, every recommendation centers around, what you want to do.